You took a guy who people kind of know a little bit, and you made him a really lovable character. What is it about playing John Dillinger that kind of got in under your skin?
I got a sneaking suspicion that he was probably a very lovable character. I mean, his choice of occupation was, potentially questionable, although during that period, he was a man of the people.
I never see somebody who's completely good, and I never see somebody who's completely bad either, I think with Dillinger, that was very much the case. He had, as long as you got some kind of head on your shoulders, you can make an argument for him being a bad guy. But he certainly had qualities to him that made him endearing, and made him charismatic, which is why he's getting a movie made about him after all these years. He had this kind of a Robin Hood sort of fascination about him, although he never did give money back to the poor, but he did steal from them. People wanted Dillinger to get away with it, You can't help but have that slightly, I mean, who knows? Who knows if his legend has changed? Who knows if he really was the charismatic guy? I mean, there's even a question about whether he was even the leader of the gang they called the Dillinger Gang. But, regardless, the myth of him is one that is a very charming myth.
The clothes in this movie, and I think maybe it's because I'm getting older, we're around the same age, that I love the clothes now. Did you like wearing those clothes?
Back then, it was sleek. Everything there was a perfection in the style. And Colleen Atwood, who was the costume designer, came in and absolutely destroyed it.
You wore great clothes in this movie.
Purvis was exceptionally dapper,
Yeah.
He was from a very good family down in the South, and he cared a great deal about his appearance. He drove the finest cars, he wasn't your average FBI agent at all.
Did it feel like you connected well with Marion because she's French, and you love Paris so much, and you love France?
I just know that working with her and having that sort of opportunity to get into the ring and kind of toss things around was pretty wonderful. She's a great talent.
Women want to know, what was it like kissing Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp, he's a very, very nice guy. I was very nervous. It was my first movie after 2 years of working, but it was more about publicity of La Vie en Rose, and it was my first film after this, the La Vie en Rose. So I was very nervous, and he was very protective. He was very, very nice, and if you really want to know, he's a good kisser.
There aren't a lot of things that I read and often say, damn, I'm really, really jealous of this. But having an island is probably the fattest thing. And in the way you treat it, too. That you treat it with respect. You're not throwing up, condos and stuff like that. But you also use it to kind of decompress.
If you're in a situation where, where you're kind of not allowed to be normal in a way, where you're not, you're not treated as normal somehow, even though you are normal. You gotta go away and find a place to sit for a minute and try and make sense of stuff.
I think the island it might be something very private and very out of the business, and I think it's how he keeps this balance.
You are a very regular, down-to-earth guy away from all the Hollywood trappings. Johnny has an island. Has he invited you out to come hang on the island yet?
No, Johnny and I really, we probably spoke, one time during the whole filming of this, because, the nature of the story is I'm pursuing him, so naturally I don't actually get and find him very often. So most of the time, if he was working, I wasn't. If I was working, he wasn't. And I'm very much a supporting role in this as well. This is Johnny's movie.
Your career spans so long, 25 years. Who is the person that you always depend on to kind of keep you balanced?
It's probably a group, a group of people, but I mean, certainly family, my family, and then above and beyond, more than anything, my kiddies, and that's when the kiddies keep me, the kiddies will keep you grounded no matter what,
You also are very good at acknowledging your fans, and that's one of the things people constantly talk about. You will sign every autograph. Why is that?
The only reason I'm here is because of them, The only reason that I still get jobs is because of those people out there who hanging out in the street and waiting to get something signed or to say hi and shake your hand and all that. So, I mean, if they, you know, if they want me to come and say hi, I'm more than happy to go and say hi, and I'll do it for as long as they want me to do it. You know. They're keeping me alive. They're keeping my kiddies fed, and so yeah, they're the boss as far as I'm concerned.